Hello everyone, welcome to We4dkids. This video is going to take you through a pretty rough version of the site, which is designed to complement and then eventually be folded into oblivion as Khan Academy Lite and Khan Academy allow local content. What this site allows that those other incredible open source sites do not allow is a very easy way for you to build a community of your own questions, your own answers, and your own resources built on the open source Khan Academy exercise framework. So let's get started. You might log in, and I would suggest logging in after going through the registration process. Some of these things will not be popping up. These logos will be changing. This is a lot of demo, and what you see initially is just something built on the Khan Academy framework, built around which was the original idea around the site, which was to train my kids. And one of the places we start in training our kids is important things, and there's nothing more important than EI pi minus 1, 0, 1, square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5, the golden ratio, a matrix, and a vector, and infinity. However, most of the world has that covered. What maybe is more important to my kids is stuff tied around their own community, their own friends, their own family, and then concentric circles coming out from there. So we do this by adding our own set of questions, and I'll basically go in now to a place where I would actually find some questions based on my login. In this case, Nana's friend Sally Hope drove what type of vehicle in high school? Well, turned out it was a Buick. Not really important to you, but let's go through the process of how Nana put that information in the first place. You end up going up to add questions. You select a topic if you want. Everything will keep this in trivia. And who you're targeting if you want. You put in the question. Who is going to rock the world this year? And in my opinion, it is an organization called Learning Equality. So go out and check out their site, www.learningequality.org. I hit that. It is now a question in the database. You notice that little bit of an arrow there. That question will have had attached to it a certain number. So we go in now and then add to the distractors, and we would put that number. Let's say that number was 219. Put in my distractor, KA. Maybe Khan Academy, but they rocked the world a few years ago, and they continue to rock the world. A good reasonable guess would be Raspberry Pi. They're rocking the world, but in my opinion, it's KA or Learning Equality or Khan Academy Lite. Let's see, Minecraft. I don't know, they're rocking some world. Who's not going to rock the world? Who's maybe Wikipedia continues to rock the world. And finally, one of the other distractors might be Gutenberg. Over time, you can add as many as distractors as you want. You now submit that, and you are done. In the end, you can then change and access the same question. I said that was 219. Question number. The voice might be Mark Patak. You drop in a YouTube identifier there and a seconds from the start, and your questions are now all laid out as they need to be. So that process of getting this into Khan Academy, the Khan Academy exercise framework, this runs off a server. When I say this will all eventually be folded into organizations like what's available by Khan Academy Lite or Learning Equality.org, is that our local voices are important to our localities, and the provision of local content, I believe, will be the proverbial sand that breaks the camel's back, if you would. This then will allow a great sharing and blossoming of resources between teachers, students, and communities around the world. This is my working project, trying to get out ahead of some of the world and then seeing the world catch up to me through Khan Academy Lite. So anyway, as you go through here, you go through, and I should put a code in there. I should know what it is. It's 45 seconds from the start, and then also a code here which has to do a separate identifier for a different type of resources. So supplying answers basically, or targeted video hints to a given section. Take you now back to another question so you can see this is basically going to be from a list of friends or topics that you're interested in. So in this case, from what high school did Bob Willis graduate, you see until you fill in the distractors, you have actually only one correct answer, not a bad training set. Waiting, again, one of the downsides is scaling, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead, and we're waiting for the server to come up. In this case, Nana's friend Sally Hope drove what type of vehicle in high school. We can go to a video help there, and hopefully targeted video would come up to that. In this case, it is not the video of choice because I didn't really make one yet. And in terms of a set of slides, that also might give you the hint. That's there. And then using the more directed hints from the Khan Academy exercise framework, which is open source, you would go through that process, and it might then provide you with other hints. Think hard, think harder, and in this case, the number is just something screwed up. So that is the process. A lot of this will change, but that essentially is how you go ahead building up your own library. Thanks for listening.